podcast with Billie Eilish's new album. Hi! I'm in such a good mood today. I feel so good about life right now and I'm so happy and I have so much to say. I feel like I could actually just sit here for like half an hour and just be like, but I'm not going to do that because I'm about to go in for an appointment. We'll explain all of that, but before we get in, I wanted to kind of intro this vlog because I've been wanting to do a video like this for so long and I was obviously waiting till the mid-year because I was having a few conversations with some friends, the friends that I went away with last weekend. Basically, we just had so many great conversations about life in general and I just walked away feeling so good about it. But one conversation that we had that I loved was kind of talking about, okay, we're halfway through the year, which is madness in itself. Like, it's June in literally 2 days. Where has 6 months gone? Like, I'm like, oh, so much has happened, but also not so much has happened. Anyway, what was I saying? Basically, we're having a lot of conversations about what we're kind of leaving in the first half of the year and then what we're going to take into the second half of the year, and just kind of like treating the end of May, the start of June as almost like a new year in the sense of that what am I not happy with so far this year? What have I might set a goal and maybe I haven't even achieved any of it yet, and it's like halfway through the year, so it's a bit of like a kick up the bum in a nice way to be like, okay, let's check in with our goals, go over my vision board and see how I'm going with my goals. Maybe some goals have changed, some things maybe aren't working, just kind of like, what can I firstly leave in the first half of this year, and then what new and healthy habits and things do I want to take into the second half of the year, because I've blinked in the first half of the year is done. That's realistically what's going to happen with all of us, I'm assuming, for the second half of the year. So I kind of just want to like just take a week to be like, okay, appreciate kind of like what's happened so far this year, and also be like, okay, what could I improve? Just a bit of like a reflection. So yeah, I thought I would just bring you along because I want to have an intensive mid-year life reset, an apartment revamp, a deep clean of everything, maybe like a closet clear out, clearing things out for like a new fresh mindset. The appointment I'm about to go into is one I'm very, very excited for, which is crazy for me because I don't think I've ever said that I've been excited for a health appointment, but I got my gut tested a few weeks ago, which was incredibly humbling. If anyone has ever done a stool test, everything about it feels wrong, but I'm very excited to see what's happening in my gut because I got a bunch of bloods done, which I also thought I'd just bring for my naturopath. It appears that my hormones are kind of okay. I always thought my skin problems were fully to do with hormones, and it could be, but the test that we did came back fine. So I got my gut tested. This lighting is just not it. I'm about to go in and chat through all of my gut results, and I'm very intrigued because obviously I don't want anything to be wrong, but also if there's like, oh my gosh, this is happening and there's like something that I can actively do to help it, that'd be great. So I'm very excited. I've been doing naturopath. I've been doing acupuncture over the last few weeks and I really feel like that's been helping, but I'm excited to look a bit more further into what's happening, and I feel like that's a good way to kind of start this intensive life reset, is like seeing what's actually happening inside, because if your body's not happy, I believe nothing else can be happy. Also, my tan is so bad. Please, like, don't even look. I need to scrub it off.
Very glad that we got this test done.
It was so fun doing it.
I know, it's such an invasive test. All our short chain fatty acids are where we want them to be, so that is really positive. We're having parasites and worms. Okay. That's really positive. So SIBO is a little acronym that stands for small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And it usually starts to occur when we do have different bacterial overgrowths within our gut. You can get really bloated after foods, you can get really gassy, and you start to, I guess, feel quite uncomfortable. When we do remove these bacteria from your gut, you will no longer have those symptoms.
Okay, so it's like that 3 that's in the red zone.
Yes. Yeah. So ideally we're going to move all of these guys into the green zone again. No viral pathogens. So we literally just have bacterial overgrowth, which is kind of like best case situation when it does come to this gut work. So you're going to get results really, really quickly. Now this I found interesting. This can mean that our metabolism is really slow and sluggish. Interesting. So do you find that you either will not feel satisfied after you finish eating, or that your metabolism is slow and sluggish? Yeah. By us correcting that ratio, it will be so beneficial for your metabolic system. You will feel satisfied after you eat meals, and your metabolism will come into play. Let's have a little look on your blood work, Renee. You need a good amount of protein, good gut. This gut cleanse. Yeah, gorgeous. Sound good? Yeah, I'm excited. I love doing gut cleanses.
So it's like actually giving your whole body like a
good reset.
Yes. Reset. I'm actually filming a reset video this week.
Oh, are you really? Oh my gosh, perfect. Reset video for you and your gut.
Exactly. Okay. I feel like having my hair slicked like this is making me look a little bald. I feel so good after that appointment. It's so empowering to me to learn knowledge about my health and what's going on. I've got a little goodie bag of some supplements. I'm not sure how much I'll put in because I wouldn't want it to be too boring, but I found it so fascinating to hear everything that was happening in my body and how that was like everything she was saying. She was like, oh, do you experience this? And I was like, I do experience that. And she was like, yeah, we can tell here. So I'm gonna go on quite a big gut cleanse. Luckily, I'm not sure if I feel like my camera cut out when she started talking about this. I was kind of like, oh, with food, is there any certain things? So I feel like I always hear people going on gut cleanses being like, I'm cutting out this, which is obviously just like, and maybe some of you do need to do that, but I just like didn't really want to do that because it's just I've done that before. It led to a bit of, yeah, weird stuff around food, so I didn't really want to do that again. She was like, no, honestly, that's kind of the point of what we're doing in supplements wise, to kind of like assist with like a clear out, and then yeah, don't cut out any food. She was like, in all my years of practicing with clients, I've never really seen that many changes to when people cut out things from their diet, which is crazy because I just feel like you hear so many things online being like, cut this out for this, cut this out for this. Obviously we want to be eating whole foods and healthy foods most of the time. Cutting things out is just an added stress that we just like don't need in our life. Anyway, I feel so good. I actually feel like I could take on the world now. I'm gonna go home and make myself a strawberry matcha because I have had a matcha today. But I haven't had my at-home strawberry one. Posted the recipe for it a couple of vlogs ago. But it's a bit of a protein matcha and it's just like, oh, I feel so good. Isn't it so good feeling so good? Olivia, also who works at Whole Health Studio, which is where I go for my naturopath, gave me this on my way out. It is her book that she just launched. It's called Stress Less, The Art of Adaptation. A compilation of all the things I wish I knew, my own personal learnings combined with easy to understand science, topped off with practical tools to actually help you stress less and why it matters. Whoa, I love diagrams. Can you see that? Very visual learner here. What was I saying? I need this reminder daily. So I'm very excited to read this, do a gut cleanse. Even Tia said it's like a body reset, which is just so perfect for what we're doing this week. Life is actually my favorite thing in the world. I saw a TikTok like weeks ago and it was like, you have 100 problems until you have a health problem and then you only have one problem. And I was like, mind blown. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna put on. Felt sorry for you. Slept with a hair mask in my hair because my ends are feeling just a bit dry. I also, tell me why, I always feel like I have this thing with my hair as soon as, I don't even know, like I always want to change it. I last dyed my hair in February and so it's been what, a few months, 4 months. I want to change it. I don't know why I have this thing with my hair and I'm like, time for a change. And I don't know what I want to change it to. I definitely will never ever ever, I mean never say never, but never in the foreseeable future go blonde, like blonde again. So recently I've been like, do I lighten it a little bit or do I go like dark again? I feel like whenever I go dark, I'm like, oh, I don't love how dark it is. But then I look back at photos and videos and I'm like, oh, that looked so good. Which way is the way that it wants to go? I think this side. Anyway, I haven't made any decisions yet. I'll put in some photos of like what I could do. I could do this, slightly lighten brondy vibes, or I could do this, just like a little bit of a freshener. Let me know your thoughts because I can't decide. I just want to be fresh, I want to be refreshed. I'm going to do a face mask. I've gotten in incredibly comfy clothes, my track set and a big oversized t-shirt because I don't plan to leave my apartment for the rest of the day and that makes me so happy. Lang and I sat down and had a big meeting about everything that's going on right now, so that feels really good to have that like organized, planned out June work-wise, so that feels really good. I also just made some apple crumble. I also just made my apple crumble and it is, I'm obsessed with apple crumble. I made it obviously last week to shoot it for the cookbook and then I had it for leftovers for like 4 or 5 days. I've been having it for breakfast or just a little snack or dessert. It's so good and I think because it's a little bit cold it just feels so warming. I'm really into it right now, so I made some of that to have as a little snack. And yeah, that's the update. This will be on for like 15 minutes. My skin will be feeling fresh, my hair's feeling fresh, I've just shaved, I've just moisturized everything. I feel on top of the world right now. I'm a bit embarrassed to show you my vanity. It's a mess. I will show you. This is where we're at. This doesn't even shut. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with this because this is not okay. This is something that is probably not interesting to anyone else. I was completely influenced by Sarah. She talked about this in one of her vlogs and how it extends. How does it extend? So I messaged her and I was like, well, I'm gonna need that because my tripod that my camera sits on doesn't extend, and I'm always putting my camera on like boxes and everything, and it would just be so handy to have a little tripod because this is kind of like the same size as the one that I've got right now, but apparently it extends. Okay, unlock. How does it extend? I hope I ordered the right one. I definitely did. Instructions? There is instructions. Huh? This is apparently what it does. I have to be being like stupid right now. What? I'm so confused. I just like, it's not budging. No, I'm actually gonna go insane. What am I doing wrong?
You guys, just want to do a quick review of
I found
this
a review.
tripod. One of my camera, I can pull this up probably.
I just pulled it.
Pull this up, and I've got probably a foot of telescopic here.
Okay. I think I just wasn't pulling hard enough. Oh my gosh. This is what I have been using. This is crazy. Normally whenever I talk in the kitchen, I have, let's straighten you up. I have to put it on some sort of box or something, or try and make a tripod out of something. I can't believe that this is just one thing. Wow. Sarah, if you happen to be watching, thank you for changing my life. The second package I got was a Jazz Handmade package, which I'm so excited about. I love my gold dainty jewelry. All of my earrings that I normally wear are just handmade. I'm about to start working with them, which is so exciting. Look at this. Oh, I think I do have a discount code now. I'm pretty sure it's LOVESOPHIE. These are the ones I always wear, and I've been wearing them for well over I want to say a year now, and so I thought I'd pick up some new ones because mine have been through a lot over the last year. Oh my gosh, love these. I want to put these in right this very second. I'm gonna swap these out. These are also Jazz Handmade. I think they're like bell shaped or something, and then these are the new ones. I love getting you jewelry that you just know, oh, I didn't take these ones out. You just know you're going to wear every single day and you don't have to take off. Oh my gosh, I love them. Oh, it's such a nice little stack. I love them. They're like subtle, but they're still doing something. I'll link these below if any of you are interested. This is not sponsored, by the way, but it's the 1st of June today, which is crazy. I can't believe that I turned 25 in 17 days. Wow. Aging is a blessing. Aging is a blessing. I know I'm not old. I know that's not old, but hitting my mid-20s is just like, okay. I'm not sure if this is something that everyone does. Please let me know if it is. But does anyone else feel like there's an age that they don't feel like they've aged since? Because for me, it's 22. When I hit 22, I was like, yeah, this is comfortable. I really like being 22. And then every single birthday, every single year that I've like aged another year. Even right now, I know I'm 24, but I'm 22. And I'm just slowly moving further and further from 22. Like, am I gonna be 30 and still feel like I'm 22? Anyway, I don't even remember the last thing I vlogged. I filmed yesterday. I think I did a bit of a cleaning montage yesterday. The apartment's feeling very clean. I cleaned out the fridge, which felt so good. You know, those little dregs and stuff that have just been sitting there for a while? I wiped everything out, cleaned it all out, and that feels really good. But I think I want to have a bit of like a goal check-in. Might get my vision board. I want to see, because I actually haven't looked at my vision board, which I know that's kind of the whole point. I think I put it away when we had an inspection or something, because I was like, I don't really want someone just walking into my house and seeing like, oh no, my goals, what's my vision board sitting there? And then I haven't looked at my vision board for a couple months now. So I actually kind of have forgotten what I put on there. Wow. I love doing vision boards for this reason, because there's even some things that wait, I'll just start talking about them. I feel like this was more kind of like the vibes vision board. Like a lot of them aren't, you know, specific things that I'm like, this is what I want to achieve. Like this is a girl with, I think it's like a pancake birthday cake. And I just liked the photo because I just feel like it gave me like the vibes of the year that I want. Very happy, very peaceful, happy at home kind of energy. I don't know. I actually tried on this wedding band because I was adamant that this is the wedding band that I wanted. However, I tried it on and I think I was like trying to convince myself that I was obsessed with it, because looking back at the photos, I just feel like it doesn't suit my finger. This is the engagement ring that I have and everything, but I don't know, putting them next to each other, you also, which I didn't realize, most of the time you need a little stacker or like a little divider in between, and I just feel like that was like too much on my hand. Sam and I want to buy our wedding bands this year just because it's like an expense that we can kind of like buy now, so we don't have to buy closer to the wedding, because I feel like everyone's been telling me that wedding expenses, they just add up and add up and add up closer to your wedding. So buying our wedding bands is still a goal of the year, but thinking not this one. But I do love it. I just feel like, just didn't feel like, yes, this is the one. I haven't gone wedding dress shopping yet. That's because we haven't booked a wedding venue yet. However, I think we've decided on a wedding venue, which is so exciting. We're going to see it on Tuesday just to make sure, and then probably pick a date and like put our deposit down and everything, which is crazy. But I feel like as soon as the wedding venue was booked in, then I was like, okay, then we can kind of start the rest, and then I can start wedding dress shopping. So that'll definitely happen towards the end of the year. I've not done a ballet class yet, which I have here. However, if we're going purely off of the vibes, I do feel like Pilates gives a lot of ballet. And we do a lot of bar work, which like feels very dancing ballet-esque. So I haven't done a specific ballet class, but I do feel like I'm kind of like getting like what I wanted from that, you know? This is like a little girls trip away, which the girls and I did. I mean, I'm not saying that I just want to do one this year. I would love to do many, many girls trips because they're just the epitome of girlhood. I love them so much. But this one's in a little cottage and it's like a bunch of girls making breakfast. And the girls and I did that last month in April when we went away for our little reading holiday in the mountains. This is another one that was just a bit of for the vibes, but also kind of symbolized sending off our wedding invitations, which we'll be able to do once we have a date and a venue. So I feel like we're on good track with all the wedding things. This one was just kind of like embracing girlhood and like YouTube, which I feel like I've been doing. I scrapbooked a lot, went to Taylor Swift, spent a lot of time by the beach. I feel like we're on good track with this. Again, these weren't like my goals in photos, but more so just like the vibes I wanted to be. Yeah, I feel like these are the vibes 2024 has given off so far. So I'm very happy with that. But in terms of more goals, I want to do a bit of a goal check-in as well. I created a Notion the other day to write out some of my personal goals for the next, I've said for the next month, just to like kind of give a bit of a timeline, just to be like, okay, do these for the next 4 weeks to kind of like hopefully create a habit. But these are things that I would love to be doing all year round for the rest of the year. Purely kind of my personal goals, nothing to do with like work or anything. For fitness, I said 10,000 steps a day. I just feel like when I'm doing 10,000 steps a day, I feel really good. I feel like that's like a good amount of movement for my body. I can just do 1,000 to 2,000 steps a day very, very easily without even realizing, and then I just don't feel good. I just feel like your digestion isn't as good. I just feel so good when I'm like walking a lot. So I put that as a goal. I've also got Pilates 4 times a week, which I feel like is very, very, very achievable. Just 4 times a week. That could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, or something like that. Like just very achievable. So those are like my fitness goals. And then I suppose you put these in health. I've got 2 liters of water a day, which I think I've only drunk 1 today. So we'll take a big sip of water together. I said no phone past 8 p.m. because recently I have just been a bit too addicted to my phone. I love social media. I do it as a job, but it is so addicting. And I spend recently in the last like week or two, I've spent so much time scrolling. Especially, I feel like I don't really scroll that much during the day, but it gets to like after dinner, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm just like, oh, I just like go for a little scroll. All of a sudden it's 10 p.m. and I haven't showered, I haven't read anything, or like the amount of times I've gotten into bed being like, I'm gonna read, and then I open TikTok just to like have a few scrolls, an hour, and then I'm not reading. So this is hopefully gonna be a kick in the bum that I need. No phone past 8 p.m. I feel like that's very achievable. It'll help my sleep, it'll help me wind down, it'll force me to actually pick up my book because I haven't been reading much at all in the last few weeks and I hate it. So yeah, no phone past 8 p.m. Specifically TikTok. Why is TikTok a time traveler? And Reels to a certain extent too, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna go on TikTok. No, open Instagram, and then I scroll Reels. So, and then I've also written down read 5 books, which I know is not very much, but I'm hoping that'll just kind of like, am I in a reading slump? I don't know. Kind of ever since reading Just for the Summer. I read Yours Truly, Part of Your World, and then Just for the Summer within like a week. And ever since then, I haven't been obsessed with the book. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm aiming for 5 books read in June. I think I know when I've read like 5 to 6 books in a month, it means that I've done a good amount of reading. Okay, and then for the goals that I wrote at the beginning of the year, I honestly didn't go crazy with goals this year, which I normally do, but I feel like the older I've gotten, the more I've realized that a huge kind of goal list of what I want to achieve in the year just makes me feel a little bit disheartened when I don't reach those goals. Like every single year I've set out these huge goals and sometimes I achieve them, which is obviously amazing, but I think goals that aren't in your control are sometimes a little bit, I don't want to say toxic, but just you get to the end of the year and you feel so like you've failed. So the goals that I wrote down this year are more things like very much in my control. So for personal goals, I have book wedding venue, which as I said, we are very, very close to doing, like literally days off doing. So that can be ticked off very soon. I wrote down a tropical birthday trip, which Sam and I are going on in like 12 days, which I'm very excited about. I love going on trips for birthdays. It just makes them feel so special. I feel like that's another thing that as you get older, your birthday just feels so like, oh, this is just another day. I feel like when you're kind of like away from your normal life and normal setting, it just feels a little bit more special. Very soon to happening as well. Then I wrote down bestie reading holiday, which we did. And I have buy and set up bookshelf. I don't really see, but I did that as well, so I can tick that off. I also said find my wedding dress, which I haven't done yet, but again, I feel like that's very achievable to happen by the end of the year. And then I've also written down LA trip, which is also happening. I booked the accommodation last night, so it hasn't happened yet, but it's happening. So we're on very good track with my personal goals for the year. And then for business / career, I've said create and release a cookbook, which if you saw my last video, we had the full cookbook shoot, and that's all very, very, very much happening. We're on perfect time schedule with that, so that's very much on track. I've also written down 5 to 6 videos per month on YouTube, which I feel like I haven't been doing the best job at, but the cookbook has been taking most of my time. So I feel like now that most of the hard work for that is done, I can focus a little bit more on creating more content for YouTube, because I want to be doing more on here because I love it so much. And then I also wrote, which I feel like I've not be doing a good job all this year. Get better at vertical content. I'm just not good at focusing on it, and I want to get better at it. So that's definitely something that I want to continue working on. Those are just the little goals that I wrote myself for this year. So I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. Also, side note, I was saying yesterday how my hair's been so dry recently, and then I did a hair mask and I like slept with it overnight. My hair feels so shiny and healthy. Who would have thought putting a bit of effort into your hair really just changes things? I'm shocked by how healthy it feels and looks. So yeah, that's a bit of my goals, a bit of a goals check-in. But the sun is just starting to set, so I think I'm going to take the boys for a bit of a walk, get some movement in for myself and also for them. The weather looks beautiful outside, so just get some fresh air and get some movement before coming home and making some dinner. I'm feeling good. It's June 1st, as I said, and so my June goals are starting today, and so tonight I'm going to really live by them all. Harvey wanted some attention. They know when it gets to this time of day that their walk is coming up. There's still a few more things that I want to do in my life reset. I want to do a big closet clean out because that's just feeling a little bit cluttered. But anyway, I'm going to take these boys for a walk because they're not going to stop annoying me until I do. This is a little grocery shopper for some of my favorite staples. I already did put some fish and pumpkin in the fridge. Eggs, avocado, Brazil nut. I always have 2 of those a day for selenium for my heart. A rogue potato, some tuna slices, which I've just been introduced to and I'm a big fan of. Some goji berries for oats, my favorite chocolate, my favorite lolly. Some spices that I use in essentially every recipe I make. Bananas, stock up with my bone broth because I haven't had that for ages. And I've never tried these before, so it was kind of just a bit of an impulse buy, but they're buckwheat cakes. And I really like a thick rice cake, so I kind of just wanted to give those a go. So yeah, stocking up on some of my favorite staples. I've just made my lunch. I've been having this for either breakfast or lunch recently because I've been trying to have more savoury breakfast with veggies and everything in it. But I decided to make it for lunch today and it's so good. It doesn't look like the most appetizing thing you've ever seen, but it's so yum. I just feel like it digests really well and you can kind of just like customize. You can put whatever veggies in you like. I've been adding Kewpie mayo, which really makes it, but I used the last of it yesterday and I've totally forgot to get some in the store today. So it's extra good with Kewpie mayo. I think I was getting hangry and I didn't realize I was because I feel so much better now. I was getting so irritated and frustrated at everything. Now I feel like, wow, everything's actually fine. I don't think you could have a life reset and not wash your sheets in it because the feeling of getting into fresh sheets has to be one of the best in the world. So I'm gonna do the doona. Billy can sit up there. Oh, that's so cute. Update on these pillows that I got last week. They have changed the sleeping experience for me. It really just feels like my own bed is like a hotel every night. Like one of those hotels that just have like the comfiest pillows. That's what my bed feels like. I really couldn't recommend more. Billy looks so cute up there. Stop it. Let's put these in the wash. Guys, I can't tell you how obsessed with this tripod I am. I've been using these laundry sheets for months now. This is actually the last one. I'm not sure if this is the most boring thing ever, but I love when my clothes smell good. It's fresh linen. Clothes just come out smelling so good. This is actually my dad's new business, which is so exciting. He told me all of the benefits, but they're basically just like, they don't have any nasties in them. They're biodegradable and they just don't have a bunch of like bad chemicals or anything, because obviously like you're putting your clothes on your body and that's all going into your skin. I usually put in 1 to 2 sheets because I want them to be like extra clean. I'll put in 2. These are the other ones, the dishwashing detergent sheets. They just come like this and they just like, if you run them under water, they literally like turn into soap in your hands. So yeah, I'll link them below if you want to check them out, but I love them and they're just like fun. So good. And they don't smell smell super chemically because I don't love that super chemically smell, but they still smell really fresh. I'm literally gonna order some more of those now. My dad is literally like the best human on this planet, and he's always had his own business, but this is a new one and I'm just so proud of him. He's had so many testers and I was testing them for him as well, and these are great. It is 8:02, so as per my June goals, my phone's going on do not disturb. I just made myself a little tea. This is a strawberry, raspberry and loganberry. It's so yummy. This is my favorite tea right now. Decided I want to do a bit of a closet clean out. I've had a bit of a surge in motivation after dinner and I just want to get it done. My closet, I'm not sure if you can see, is a bit of a mess. I've just really been chucking things in. Nothing is really that organized. I also have a couple fresh loads of washing to put away. Yeah, I just kind of want to like organize. I've got all my activewear hanging up, so I just kind of want to go through it all and organize it. Get rid of a few things. I might get a garbage bag out. I'll try and organize a bit of like a Vinnie's bag that I can drop off to just kind of like get rid of clothes that I'm not wearing. And last time I did a closet clean out was probably at the beginning of the year, so there's just a few clothes that I've accumulated or clothes that I've been like, I'll keep because I'll wear, and I haven't worn since then. I think I might also just like change around certain things because obviously it's coming into winter. I mean, it is winter now. Maybe like bringing a few of my knits and jumpers down to have more handy and putting away more kind of summery things. So that's what I'm thinking. I think I will put some Gilmore Girls on. I did say no. Oh, I've just spilled some of that, haven't I? Hair is going off. That's when you know we're getting down to business. My phone is off. I'm not going on my phone. I think I will put some Gilmore Girls on my laptop because I want to enjoy the experience. I'm up to the last season. I'm pretty sure it's the last season. I love it. I just like put it on in the background all day. It's definitely become, this is only my second watch of Gilmore Girls, but it's definitely become one of my comfort watches, like one of my top comfort watches. The rotation, for those of you who don't know, not that you asked: Gossip Girl, Friends, Modern Family, Sex and the City, Gilmore Girls, the bold type. I think that's all. I've watched most of them many times, but this is only my second time watching Gilmore Girls because I only watched it for the first time last year, which is crazy. A show that I think will become a comfort show for me, but I haven't started yet because it's just like overwhelming starting a new show. Not overwhelming, you know what I mean, is One Tree Hill. Lang has been telling me I need to watch it for so long, and I know I'll love it. Everything about it is like something I will love. Anyway, procrastinating. I'm gonna get my laptop. Netflix. A show that I also think I could get into, which I've never watched any of, is Bridgerton. The new season's come out. I've been seeing all this stuff and I'm really into it. However, I'm like, do I read the book first? The books? Is there multiple books? No, but do I read the books first, or do I just start watching the TV show? I feel like it's another show that I'd get into if I tried, you know?
I hope you're hungry for some creme brulee.
Sounds fancy and makes it seem like I know what I'm doing.
I'm overwhelmed with when to start.
7-letter words that sound made up but aren't.
All of that done in one episode of Gilmore Girls. It's the classic situation of you put it off because you think it's going to take you so long, and then it's done in 40 minutes and you're like, oh, that was so much easier than I thought. My shoes are organized, this drawer's organized, this drawer, oh, it's not in focus. I even got rid of a few things, so I've got a bit of space, and then this drawer as well. So I feel incredible about that. Organized my activewear and my knits. I went through some of my dresses. The section's all set, so I'm not going to touch that. His section honestly isn't bad, and if you're thinking it looks very small, he does keep most of his clothes in another room. Anyway, I can see my camera about to die. The battery is very aggressively flashing at me, so I'm going to have a shower, I'm going to get into bed, and I'm going to read. It feels so good. It's 8:40 now. I'm booked in for Pilates in the morning, and I'm just feeling fresh. I'm so glad this is done. Having your wardrobe just all neat and tidy is one way to make yourself feel so organized. I'm very happy about it. I'm gonna shower, skincare, get into bed, read, have a great night's sleep because I'm not scrolling on my phone for hours before going to bed. I'm feeling good. Crazy what not self-sabotaging yourself constantly by making little bad decisions throughout your day does to you and makes you feel. Anyway, that's all.